Okay, we're ready. Hello, everyone. Second Dharma talk. Thank you all for coming. How is everyone today? Tired? Achy? Bored? Huh? We're very unusual. This is a very unusual way of training you. Because last night I told some of you, if you're bored, you should take off and go have fun. Okay? And some of you did. Shame on them. It's a test. Don't do it again. When I first started, this is a very serious business. People take time off, they come to the temple, and they spend 7 days, not 7 years, sorry, 7 days locking themselves up at my master's temple, city of 10,000 Buddhas. There's really nothing. No vending machines even back then. Okay, so if you wanted to have a Coke, not Coke, Pepsi. I do not like Coke officially because of Mr. Buffet. If you wanted to have some soft drinks, you have to walk out of the temple. Right outside the temple, there's a small grocery store that catered to the seasonal workers, the Hispanics who were working in the field in the area. The temple has 300 acres worth of wine, grapes that they rented out to some producers, and so they needed workers. So that shop is basically caters to the seasonal workers. All right. Hey girls, I have some I can share. Would you like some? Huh? Come and get it. Is you there? Okay, one each, okay? Be gentle. As you notice, we take care of all our visitors. And so that's so we had nothing at all. So you go there to that place and you locked up and you really cultivate. You drop everything. And that's a proper way of practice. Thank you. Because in this environment is designed for you to change pace, shift your gear, and slow down, and drop everything, and clear your head. That's the purpose. Okay. Typically, people come to our temple on the weekends or during a morning or evening ceremony. They have an hour or so to do so. Come in, follow the recitation, for example, and naturally the mind will unburden itself. So you drop a lot of things within an hour. Okay? And by the way, gentlemen, I notice women are fine. Gentlemen, 3 or 4 of them fidget when they stand. The technique for doing ceremonies is that at first your legs will have ants. You will have ants in your legs. And because you're not used to standing in one place, okay, your body is used to moving constantly. And therefore, standing in one place is uncomfortable. And ants start coming to your feet, okay? And this is when you are supposed to endure. That's a training. You endure it, and you stand still, okay? Don't fidget, don't shift weight, don't change, okay? Just stand there and endure it. And when you do that, it's easier for you to enter samadhi naturally. Okay? So these ceremonies actually are very helpful to you. Even 1 hour, the training. The training here is to do something that's a little bit more difficult than you normally do. Okay? If it's too easy for you, then it's not very, very productive for you. Okay, so all these things, all day, whatever event you're doing, you're participating, is designed for you to still your mind, calm down, okay, and drop things. That's why we're doing this. And those of you who have a hard time doing that, they struggle, and you find restless, this is why I offer you the opportunity to go out there and enjoy yourself. It's okay, okay? But naturally, and this is a test of your mind. If your mind is still moving, okay, then it's okay to go out there because it's out there, it's available. Why not? Okay. But as you go out there and you see these people and you do that in the next few days, okay, within the next few days, your mind will settle. Okay, so when you go out now for a cup of coffee, okay, now all of a sudden you see a difference that some of you may find that to go outside of the temple, it's kind of noisy up here. And you see how afflicted people are, the vendors, all the customers. You look and you say, that is me. That's how I live my life. You see? So this is designed for you to see the difference between real life and cultivation. And what I'm doing, the training I've told you is very unusual. Is because I'm here. That's why I'm doing it for you. I correct you. When it's time to correct you, I will correct you. When it's not time yet, I ignore it. Okay? I can live with it. But whereas at my master's temple, there's no one to guide us. So therefore, we stick to the strict regimen of walking and doing those things and in a forceful way, and that's okay. And I call it Hinayana Mahayana. It's not bad, but it could be better. As long as I'm around, I give you a shortcut because that's exactly what I'm doing to our Sangha. Okay, our Sangha has more time than you. They've been here day after day after day, and every now and then they go out there and do something for us. Go buy some groceries, go buy some stuff, pick up someone at the airport, and they're going through what you're going through. Okay, it's still here. The mind are still here, but then when they go outside, they can see how much suffering lay people, ordinary people's lives. They are so afflicted. They struggle so much. Okay, for what? Okay, so that's their training that you're going through right now. Okay, and so there's a method behind this madness, and therefore you. Hopefully, as you improve, you bring up the heart of kindness and compassion. You see how much people are suffering, and that when you're out there, be kind, smile, give a bigger tip, just be pleasant. Okay, and so that people get a break from the others. Everyone cares for himself or herself only, and you just take time to be kind and smile. And when you go to a restaurant, give more money, give more tips. I do, because I'm a monk. I want people to have a good impression of monks. Okay, they probably will never see me again, but at least that image is there. They have a reference, okay, about kindness, about caring. That's what we do. That's how we're helping. Okay? Bring a little bit of light. Bring a little bit of kindness into people's lives. Okay? We're not trying to change the world. We cannot change the world, but we can help a little. That's all. Okay? A break from this me culture in the US, in the West, where we are number one and anyone who gets in our way will be steamrolled over. We're not like that. We yield. We try to be kind. That's all. And that's what you Sanghas are supposed to learn to do. Not encourage others to not to go to college. Any questions? Yes, one.
Thank you, Master. Master, to your earlier comments about the suggestion from last night to visiting the temple nearby.
Did you?
Yes, I just learned that was a test.
I didn't mean it.
Yes, thank you, Master. I was actually waiting for Ivy and
How was the food?
To walk in.
How was the food? Weekends are the best time to go. They have the better food.
We didn't try the food.
Oh, well, precisely. That's why you want to go there. That's the best attraction. The food is very good, I'm told. I went there once, a long time ago.
So, I just wanted...
No, I was joking. Feel free to go back and try the food, guys. It's okay. But you come there and you come with in peace. You do that, it's fine. We don't have to be brute force. This is the Great Assembly Dharma, and this is a very, very effective recipe. If you imprison yourself and lock yourself up and do these things, your mind calms down a lot faster, okay, than if you were to do it by yourself or at home or other places. And here in our place, as soon as you walk in, okay, you will be able to steal your mind very quickly. So I'm not worried about you going out and stir yourself up. As soon as you come back, your mind will be stilled very quickly. So it doesn't matter at all. Okay? But it will be natural. You go out there and you say, okay, I don't think I want to do this anymore. So tomorrow, don't do it anymore. Just to show off. I'm kidding. It's okay. Relax. See? That's what we do. Bring happiness to people's lives. That's why we're doing this. We're not doing this. We're not cultivating. We're not becoming monks and nuns in order to feel superior and we're better than you, and we deserve to be put on a pedestal. It's not our style. Our style is to engage and bring a little bit of light, a little bit of relief to the community. And we're here. When they need help, they can come. All right. Any other question? Yes.
Yes, we have some observation and questions.
Yes.
So, first of all, the appearance looks like a real temple. They have a Chinese, traditional Chinese design roof.
Yes.
And then the Buddha hall has the 3 cents of Western. It's actually quite nice of a middle side of a temple. We actually spoke with a volunteer who is working there today, and she introduced us the plaque and the Guangming Deng. For the Dharma brothers and sisters that are not familiar with Chinese, I don't know the equivalent of English word for Guangming Deng, but essentially is offering some light to Buddha and pray for blessings. So my questions to Master is, what's the difference in between plaque and light offerings? Is there a Guangming Deng Dharma? Thank you, Master.
Yeah, we should. Isn't there some sort of tower there behind me, in the back? That's why they usually put the Quang Ming Teng. Okay, you sponsor a light every year. This is how temples make the money. They allow you to sponsor a Quang Ming Teng. Quang Ming is light, Teng is lamp. So their tradition is that you every year, I think you spend like $100 to put your name on that. So you sponsor a light. Okay, so you look at the light. It means that every year we how much are we making? Maybe $1,000, maybe $5,000, whatever. So this is what temples do. They need to do things like that. They'll offer prayers to encourage you to plant blessings. It's a good thing to do. Okay, we never cared because it cost me more to buy that thing than I'm making money off you. So doesn't make good business sense. I'm kidding. We don't do that because in the Chinese tradition, that's what the Chinese do to support the temple. And every year, for example, in the Altar Temple, down the street, Emerson Place, near the tennis courts there, they proudly told me, I almost bought it for my late mother a long time ago. It's a good thing I didn't. I would go belly up. Okay, I couldn't afford the payments. But they showed me in the Buddha Hall, there are a group of Buddha statues about the size of Earthstar Bodhisattva right there, or a little bit bigger. And she says, the vice abbot said that every year they have sponsors who would spend back then something like $4,000 to sponsor it every year. Okay, so the Chinese temples have a certain mechanisms for people to support the temple and step it up. Okay, and our people are poor. They if they do that, they cannot. They don't have any money left to help their mother, the father who have rashes or and so forth. Okay, so they only so much that you have, and then your money you can make. So we never felt that we needed the same process of support. So we never took it seriously. Okay, yeah. So when I feel that it's better in the sense that it's a mechanism for the Chinese disciple to step up and support the temple. It's a reminder for them to do that. And my attitude is that, why should you? There are better temples out there, like that temple and so forth, who need more support, who deserve more support than us. So therefore, if you have money in your budget to support the temples, go support them. It's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with it. But for us, I don't feel that we deserve that kind of support. We should earn our ways. Okay, that's all. But in the future, when my temple looks as nice as theirs, I might do that. Okay? Is that okay? Noise is up here? What? Cheap movement? It's buzzing?
It could be here or in other parts of the body.
Cheap movement? What's that?
I don't know. Automatically the hand goes there and hits.
Oh, you hit yourself?
Yes.
You feel like hitting yourself?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's normal. Okay. Any other questions and comments? Yes, one. Justify yourself.
Justify?
Explain yourself.
Yeah. So during the temple visit, the volunteer also showed us like their plaques and stuff. I think they showed us the reapers. Is it Wang Shen?
Yeah.
And we were talking.
How much do they charge nowadays? Cheaper than ours.
1 year is 150, but the permanent is more expensive.
How much more?
A lot.
It's okay. We can talk about anything. It doesn't matter. If it's cheaper, I need to lower my price. If it's more expensive, I raise my price. We haven't raised our price for over 10 years, you know that. Why? You shy? You don't want to talk about money? I can. I'm no real monk.
I feel like my answer will affect a lot of people.
Yeah? Go ahead. How much?
The yearly is 1 year 150, but the permanent they have 3 options: 8,000, 9,000, and 10,000.
Oh my God! It affects me! Xin, let's talk about this. It's about time to adjust our prices. Going to cause a lot of problems with these people. A year, 150, and that's it. You have to renew. It's like forever, right? $150 every year, forever. Yes. First is 10,000, maybe 12,000.
No, the way we were told is if a person wanted to do 1 year is 150, and we don't know if they have a renewal option or not. But the permanent one sounds a
No
little
renewal option.
No.
It stops. My master's temple is that way too. I was in Calgary, a temple there, and there were some lady who was Vietnamese who was kind of sickly. She's very ill, and so you can see she can hardly walk, and the chanting is very weak voice. And so I talked to her. I said, and she confided to me that the temple is the only place that makes her feel better. She would come to the temple. So every month she spends something like, I don't know, back then, maybe $50. This is a long time ago, okay? Don't complain about prices. And so every month she's on Social Security in Canada, whatever they call it, and that's all she could afford. So every month she had to pay that. And she said, if I stopped paying, it would get worse for me. So basically she told me she has to pay $50 for life for her. That's all she could afford, because the 1 month right there is gone. You start over again and again and again. That's a Chinese system. So back then, I said, oh, these poor people. In the future, if I had a temple, whatever they do, $1, $2 accrues until it's paid off. Okay? Or it's never paid off. It's no big deal either. Okay, so we don't need to have Thanksgiving sales, Black Friday sales. Yes.
Comment. Yeah, I just want to make comment that we were told about the different price, different option. It doesn't sound right to me. Like they were talking about the position of the plaque. The higher is more expensive. Facing Buddha is better. It doesn't sound right. So the conclusion is just want to tell the Dharma brother and sister, and our temple's service is better, and it's priceless of a master's service. Thank you.
Thank you. We will talk about price adjustments soon. Yes, 6.
Thank you, Master. I have a follow-up question about the competing plaques.
Yeah.
So, like, one price is like your plaque, like the back is to the Buddha, and then one is like the plaque is
further away, away in the back. They have a lot. It's a big temple. They have a huge following.
Yeah. What's the placement like generally? Like a physical plaque that
physical plaque.
sits on the wall?
Yeah.
And only for another
And
$2,000?
they tape your name to it, and then take it off. Once it's done, they take it off.
So it's temporary.
It's temporary, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's permanent, then it's better position, right? Better place, yeah. Yeah, it has lake view and...
Yeah.
To Peter, that maybe that explains why they have a traditional Chinese style temple roof with that kind of options.
For that kind of money, I would have a much better looking roof. You look closely, the roof they have is kind of not high quality construction materials. Well, it looks nice from afar, the same as others. When you look close, it's not good construction materials. Yes?
Yeah, actually, I have a question. Is that when we were talking about the plaques, I was asking about going to, like, do they help going to Pureland? And they kind of criticized me for thinking that way. Say, oh, it's wrong to think that way, to expect someone to help you to go to the Pureland. It should be your like own karma cultivation, things like that. And actually, the same thing happened when I was visiting China last month. When I was talking to some people, some Buddhists, and as soon as I mentioned like the possibility of someone helping someone else to go to the Pure Land, they're like, oh, they never read it in the sutra and they never heard any, I guess, masters in the past say things like that. So they didn't even know it's possible. So I wonder if is it just available at our temple, or it's just that people do it but they don't publicize it?
I don't know what they do, but in my opinion, they probably don't know what it is. That's why they cannot answer you, number one. It's not just them. This is a tradition for all the temples where there have this mechanism called plaques in the Chinese system, where the disciples can request for them first to support the temple. Number two, it's like a Guang Ming Teng. It's like a wishful thinking, if you will, that something good happens because I'm creating blessings for myself. If they're not there to say, for example, even in my master's temple, I have terminal cancer and I don't want to die. And they say, okay, pray to the Buddha, get this permanent plaque, get a better plaque. Actually, the Buddha can pay more attention to you, okay, and so forth. So it's not like, so they have this nice tradition, like in Korea as well, or various things where they base it on tradition because they're trained to support the temple, because it's a good Chinese tradition, Korean tradition, Vietnamese tradition to do that, okay? But they don't have problem solving like we do, okay? And so in terms of not just medicine master Buddha plaques, but also in terms of rebirth plaques, they're even weaker in that. So that's why in the Chinese temples, the medicine master Buddha plaques are not as popular because they don't see any real benefits that accrue from that, okay? So, for example, the Chinese temples I've been to, like in Irvine and that one, they would function more like a hope. I hope, okay, that it works. Whereas for rebirth, they even now, because it's getting more competitive for for troublemakers like us when we start explaining to you what the Pureland Dharma is supposed to do and how or what it takes for you to increase your chance of rebirth, and then you should go for rebirth this lifetime, and what does it take for rebirth this lifetime. We explained a lot to you, okay, a lot more to you. So we're putting a lot of pressure on them, including my master's temples, okay? And my master's temples will not be able to explain to you the Medicine Master Buddha Dharma the way we explain to you. They won't, certainly, they are not allowed to do the 49-day service here in the United States. My master forbid them. Okay? Even at the headquarters, CTTB, they are not allowed to receive the offerings to do a 49-day service because it's very dangerous for them. And it's bad for their Dharma, my master's Dharma. He would not allow it. Okay, and so the short answer to your question is that this is why we're doing this. We're doing this because if we didn't, then the Medicine Master Buddha Dharma would disappear. Okay, it's supposed to provide these benefits to you, and you have these wishes and these hopes and desires, and these needs, and you don't get any results, any responses. The Medicine Master Buddha Dharma will disappear. For example, I saw in my Vietnamese master's temple, there's no more Medicine Master Buddha Dharma. They have something called Cầu An, where you pray for peace, or Ang is peace and safety. That's it. So it's like a prayer, but that's it. There's no specific needs like in the Medicine Master Buddha 12 vows. Okay, they won't be able to provide that. So the Vietnamese temple don't have Medicine Master Buddha Dharma for a long, long time. So it disappeared in Vietnam already. It's disappearing in China right now, disappearing in Taiwan, because I don't see them have any effects, any good things that happen from the Dharma. Okay, and furthermore, it's happening to the rebirth Dharma as well, because what these people are resorting to is to chastise you for asking. If rebirth is so important to you, okay, important to your parents, then we must do something to help you, because you can't. The rebirth Dharma is the way that the Chinese practice it is not complete. So we eventually, in my lifetime, I like to revive Medicine Master Buddha Dharma, and establish American Pureland Dharma to separate it from a Chinese Pureland Dharma, which is basically wishful thinking or superstition. Okay? American Pureland Dharma is that we're doing this, you hear in this Fochi, we call it Fochi, it's in order, like in the sutras, in order to create blessings for you in everything you do. Evening ceremony, morning ceremony, walking, whatever during this 1 week here, 7 days here, everything you do will create blessings for you for rebirth to the Pureland. Okay, it's very specific. And so we are doing a lot more than in terms of Pureland Dharma door than the Taiwanese or the Chinese, because the Asian Pureland Dharma door actually is incomplete. I don't know why the Chinese Pureland patriarchs did not provide more for their followers. Okay, we will provide more in the U.S. for everyone. Okay, for example, in the Chinese system, you have to wait until after you die to get some help for rebirth. Okay, but our Dharma, rebirth Dharma is different because people came to me. Our people are pretty smart. They're poor but very smart. They said, "Can I get some help before I'm dead, or after I'm dead? And you help me during 49 days after I die. But what about after the 49 days? How can you help me?" So we have a more complete Pureland Dharma for our followers. And it's not just that. That we've been doing that for a long time already, and people have got good responses. Plenty of people have good responses. But my interest right now is to find a way to transmit it to the next generation so that it continues after I'm gone. And I think I might be able to do that, okay? I'm not sure yet. Okay, because I want the Dharma to live on so that you're not dependent on me, okay? So this is American Pureland Dharma, not Chinese. We are a lot better than the Chinese, okay? Yeah, you can tell at least 10 people believe it. Give us time. It's okay. You're very patient. Okay? And I feel that I have to chastise my master's temples and the second patriarch for pretending to know that they understand the Pureland Dharma when they don't. That's not good for Buddhism. Our masters, Master Shenhua, forbade them from doing a 49-day service, meaning they don't understand Pureland Dharma door, meaning they cannot help much. After you die, they cannot help much. He would not allow us to take money from you, okay, and pretending we can help you. That's how pure my master was. And therefore, if the second guy has a proper leadership and they probably understand it better, they should not. Okay? They should follow Master Shenhua's instructions. And stop pretending and stop doing Pureland Dharma door, because they can't. That's how it is. So in 10 years, in 20 years, okay, and I hope your generation will be, I will transfer the technology to your generation, hopefully, okay, and so that we revive and even improve the Pureland Dharma door, because it is essential for our times. Okay. Yes, sir. Number 8.
So, Master, I'm asking this question not to kind of, how do you put it? Not in any bad intention or anything, but just to truly understand. I felt my mind was much calmer when I participated in the chanting and the meditation, but it's still difficult for me to believe in the Pureland or someone is going to save me or help me. So if I just use this as a practice to calm my mind, would that still be leading to the same result?
Eventually, yes. There's along the same line as last night, someone asked me, I've been meditating now, my mind calmed down, and all of a sudden now I have more thoughts. Am I regressing? Okay, the same principles. I did not do a good job answering this person. My answer tonight would be that what you're doing right now, every time you participate in cultivation, whether it's ceremony, whether it's sitting, whether it's whatever, okay? What the activities we provide here, our public activities, the fact that you're able to do that means that you're creating incredible blessings. It's so beneficial to you that we don't care to sell it to you anymore because you cannot pay for it. If we were to charge you for it, it's not going to be $10,000 for plaque, or 12, or 50, or 500,000, or 5 million, or 50 million. You know, it's still not enough. Trust me. For you to go to the Pureland, really? Only 50 million? Xin, did you hear that? That's nothing small. We do it once and we retire. Why bother with retail when we can do wholesale? Huh? And so when you participate in these events, in particular, this Fochi here will create an incredible amount of blessings for you. Look on the screen. These people from Korea, from far away, or the online, they tune in because they like it and so forth. But we invested a lot of money to do this. For 5-10 people to tune in, you wouldn't believe how expensive Peter's tastes are. First started, I have no money. He wanted $50 for storage and so forth on the cloud or whatever. Okay, I said, really? You can hardly pay for our groceries. But these fancy cameras, you know that they zoom in and they can see the hair pores in your face? It's crazy, the kind of money we spend on these things. For what? I don't know. You better find a way to monetize it very quickly, okay? So all these things are enabling all of you to be here, and as well as the people who tune in, to create a tremendous amount of blessings. Okay? And it will pay for you handsomely down the road. Okay? So it's along the same answer for the question last night where Macho Nacho asked, I don't feel anything anymore, and I think I have many more thoughts than before, or as before, so what am I supposed to do? Okay? The reason you don't believe, the reason that you have more thoughts, you find it difficult for you to believe is because you have thoughts of non-belief. Okay? And the similar kind of problem. Or someone says, I don't feel anything. Why am I spending the day doing this? I don't feel anything. Okay? It's just along the same kind of problem, same issue. You're creating an incredible amount of blessings. And this is why we're doing this. That's why I'm doing this. Because if you're creating a lot of blessings, so am I. Believe me, I'm not wasting my time. Okay? And if you understand the process and you still feel that you still don't believe or you still don't feel anything and so forth, because what you do is that if it bothers you, you're afflicted, get up, go sweep the floor, go help out in the temple, create even more blessings. Remember, this is an opportunity for you as long as you're here and you're bored, okay? Go and help out in the kitchen. You create blessings. This is the first thing. The first reason why we're doing this is for everyone to, during these 7 days, whatever you do here, creates more blessings than otherwise. Whether it's putting 50 cents on in a donation box, that has a bigger multiplier during the 7 days than normal. So you stand there for an hour and you participate in the evening ceremony, for example, you're creating more blessings than normal. Okay, these are the special times. It's a much bigger multiplier. Okay, so therefore, if you cannot take it and you get bored, you go help out. Okay, go do something so that you create more blessings. And the reason you don't believe, the reason you have these thoughts, they have thoughts of non-belief, thoughts of why I don't feel anything. Okay, is because you don't have enough blessings. When you have blessings, your mind will become still, you enter samadhi, and you heal your body, and among other things. Okay? It happens naturally. You don't have to worry about it. Okay? It worked for the last 20 years already. Let me tell you, it takes a lot of blessings to be able to take advantage of this. Okay? It's very select membership. It takes a lot of blessings, and that's why you're creating a lot more blessings when you participate. So naturally, you don't believe right now, it makes sense because you don't have enough data, and that's normal for men to not believe. It's a macho thing, okay? I don't believe it, okay? I never believed myself. I always chuckled at my masters, monks and nuns. I said, you, really? But eventually, someday, I tell you, when one of these days you keep on doing this, one of these days, maybe, God forbids, your mother is still alive? Oh, that's your mother? I see. I thought it was your girlfriend. Hi, Mom. Wow, I thought it's girlfriend. Wait a minute. Welcome. Wow, that's cool. You drive your own mother to the temple? How cool. So nice. God forbid if your mother should pass and she comes back in your dream and said, son, I'm very worried about my next life. And then, that one day, then she comes and she tells you so in your dreams, and you say, and you come to us and say, what can I do to help her? Okay? That's the manifestation of your blessings. They will manifest when you need it. So it's never wasted. That's why I do. I help. I do this because I'm really not seeing any benefits except, getting afflicted by all sorts of people, by all of you. You all drive me crazy. So I do ask myself, why am I doing this again? But I'm hoping one day it will pay off handsomely. On the other hand, I'm very proud to tell you, when I first started doing this Pureland Dharma thing, a lot of my disciples, they believe immediately. They said, wow, that sounds right. This is what I want to do for my parents, for my children, for me. Okay? Because they have the blessings immediately. Okay? And so, in fact, the reason we got here today, because a small group of people supported me at the early stages. They said, Master, I believe in your Pureland Dharma door, and I want to help you propagate it so that we can help more people. And so because of those people, okay, and I still remember the names and the faces. Some are probably dead already. Never mind. Because of that, our Pureland Dharma grew and became more complete. When I first started, what they believe in is a Chinese Pureland Dharma door, not the one we have right now. What we have right now is much more complete, much better than before. And it's because of those people who believed. Okay. Anyway, sounds like a commercial. Yes, too.
YouTube comments and couple questions. Comment from G. Narcan's Wildlife Prevention and Recovery Center says, "Good evening, Master, from Lake Murray, South Carolina, USA. I am staying up past my bedtime. It's 10:15 p.m. here for you during this holiday week, and I am grateful for you."
Thank you for joining us. Next.
Snow Wu has a couple questions. First one is, "Hello, Master. My friend's 9-year-old daughter just had a panic attack from a very minor car accident. Actually, every year I heard panic attack cases. Is panic attack a type of ghost attack?"
Yes. Your mental illnesses, like panic attacks, PTSDs, and depression, and so forth, there is a ghost behind it, a demon behind it. For example, there's a demon behind depression, and depression, mental illness is a very powerful demon. And so these mental illnesses are very difficult to deal with, and that's why the medical profession, they struggle a lot because they don't know how to handle invisible beings, demons and ghosts. So they chuckle, they said, "Oh, you are believing nonsense." But it turns out, for example, many people who help patients with dementia or crazy people or depressed people end up becoming like their patients. What do you think? I make bold statements like that, and it causes problems. But someone has to say it.
I would say that a high percentage of my colleagues suffer from depression and anxiety.
Yeah, because many of the patients have depression and anxiety. Okay, this is why it's a very dangerous thing for you to go into. These beings are very, very dangerous, and you're messing with them. Okay, and therefore, they're going unchecked right now. You cannot deal with them through drugs. Drugs only work temporarily. Okay, but they cause problems. Drugs are poison to your bodies. Okay, and the only way for them, the best way for them to deal with is, I hope that you in your profession, people in your profession, should look more into meditation. If you're going to meddle anyway to make a living, teach them the right things. You have to meditate. Mental illnesses they mess with they plant thoughts in your head. Okay? And therefore, you have to counter that The only way, the most effective way to counter that is to steal your thoughts and not follow those thoughts. That's the only way I know of. Okay, so at various levels, low level, okay, you can control yourself to certain thoughts. High level, you control more thoughts. You will not be affected in more of these thoughts, so that up to a certain level, they can no longer affect you. They can no longer affect me, for example. I am severe bipolar. Never been diagnosed, but I finally realized that, and after I met my master's Dharma, I see so many people who are depressed, for sure. If you have depression, most likely you also are manic as well, because it's attacked you from both ends, okay? All right, how did we get here again? Yes.
So follow up with Snow Wu. She says the emergency doctor suggested the kid to see therapist, which I don't think will help. I don't think I can convince my friend to let the kid to do sitting. Will Chinese medicine doctor help instead?
No, there's really no good drugs to help that can help. The drugs are helpful in severe cases where they are prone to harming themselves. Then the drugs are helpful. Okay, don't allow them to hurt themselves. And those are pretty severe. But the better way is if they're at the risk of hurting themselves, they need to use drugs. They need to get hospitalized. But beyond that, the drugs will help them a little bit, but causes other problems. It's a very difficult thing. It's not. And if they are not willing to meditate, meaning they don't have enough blessings to take care of themselves, then they need more blessings. Okay, it's a very difficult thing. It's a lifelong issue. There's no easy solution. All right, anyone else? Yes, one.
Good evening, Master. This is Katrina. So my question is, how do we identify that we have achieved Buddha recitation samadhi? Yeah.
You probably won't know, and I won't publicly tell you at all. I will not give you that knowledge publicly. Why not? Because a lot of monks and nuns, especially Asian monks and nuns, teach Pureland Dharma Door, in particular my master's disciples, my peers. Okay, I don't call it Dharma brothers. They're not my brothers. Okay, but they've been teaching the Pureland Dharma Door, and they read from books. And they don't know what they're reading. They don't understand it. And therefore, I don't want to give you information that these people can use to regurgitate and then pretend to know what they're talking about. Okay? The main thing for you is you go into this environment here. It's very, very ideal environment for you to enter that samadhi. That's all I have to say, okay? So you have the blessings, you'll be able to do that, you'll be able to believe and join in the process. If you don't have enough blessings, then whatever I tell you will not help you, but cause more problems for others who will simply plagiarize it, imitate it, and cause more confusion for people. My objective in doing this is to help you get to the Pureland, where once you get there, everyone that we help get to the Pureland so far never regretted it. They never came back and complained, file a complaint that this is a hoax, that they're not happy at all. 100% success rate and satisfaction guaranteed, no refund. Anyone else? Yes, sir, in the back, Macho Nacho.
Thank you, Master. So I have one question related to my family.
Yes.
My grandma, she's been with Alzheimer for several years.
She's what?
Alzheimer. She has
Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Alzheimer is different.
Alzheimer.
Okay. I got you.
Like dementia.
Okay. I think so.
Yeah. So she's also depressed, and my aunt.
How old is she?
87.
87? Oh, she should die. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I know she will die soon. And my aunt, she's taking care of her. Mm-hmm. My aunt, she's been depressed for 20 years. Mm-hmm. So I requested a 1-year medicine plaque for my aunt. Mm-hmm. But now I wonder if I should try to do something else for her.
How old is your aunt?
54.
Wow. Grandma lives a long life, huh? Pretty good. Impressive. What's her secret? What does she eat?
I don't know. Normal, like Spanish food. Maybe that's the secret. Mediterranean food.
Oh, that helps. Spanish food. Okay, and we can take it offline. I'm curious as to why someone lives to be that long, especially in Europe.
Her mom lived almost 100 years.
Wow. Okay. So you're talking about grandma or the aunt?
My grandma already requested the 49 days.
Okay.
So
Very
it's
good.
for my aunt because she's depressed.
Okay. She's not married?
No, she lives with my grandma.
Just the two of them together?
Yeah.
How depressing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not a good environment.
She has any family, children, or boyfriend? Or?
No, just my family.
Okay. All right. At her age, she has depression. At that age, it's very difficult. Okay. In over 50, you're set in your ways. You don't change anymore. So I really don't know if she's interested in meditation. If she meditates, it's going to help her a lot. Whatever you find that will help her, even like do ceremonies or listening to a recording or video of the mantras and so forth, okay, that helps. You know, on Tuesday night here in the U.S., we have the mantra session. It was designed originally over 10 years ago to help a lot of people in my disciples, my followers, who were severely depressed. So that's why I created a Tuesday mantra session, and where they would come, and for an hour or so, they would feel better. They would be able to have a break from their depression, from their internal mental pressure. Okay, and so you may want to convince her to listen to those tapes of the mantras. Okay, so Tuesday, for example, we spend an hour reciting the mantras, and that helps a lot of people, calm them down, and they feel better for an hour. And then there's some after effects, very calming after effects as well. So she may want to listen to more mantras, for example. Tell her that if whenever she feels depressed and feel internal mental pressure, she can turn on those mantras. It would help her a lot more, calm down a lot faster. Okay, that's what they're for. Okay, and when you do that, though, there is a weakness in that process. Eventually, because when we do that, it will calm her down. Okay, but then also alert her tormentors to the fact that she can do that. So eventually, when her blessings run out, okay, then they will instill thoughts in her mind to the effect that this doesn't work or this is a superstition and so forth. So they cut it off. The reason, the way that your mental illness tormentors, the way they function is that they cannot defend themselves against us. So the only way for them to continue to harass you is to find a way to pull you away from us. Like the last loser. He was pulled away because his tormentors could no longer take it. So he had to be pulled away, so now he is totally at their mercy. All right? So when your blessings run out, you'll be pulled away. Go ahead, go first.
Thank you, Master. I would like to share a story. A few weeks ago, my daughter told me that she said, Mom, I think I have some mental illness, my oldest one. And I said, why are you saying that? And she said, because I keep on hearing voice that's telling me to kill myself. And then she said, but Mom, I don't have that thought starting since yesterday. And I said, what did you do different? And she said, the cassette that Daddy record for me, so we record your chanting of the mantra, the Sarangama mantra, the Medicine Buddha, the day morning resuscitation. And she listened to it, and she said, Mom, when I turn on Master chanting, that thought went away. So I just want to share that story. She believed in it, yeah.
Which one? Which daughter? You have
my oldest.
So many girls.
My oldest, yeah.
The one in Berkeley?
No, the one at home.
Oh, the one at home. Yeah, that one. Okay. Really?
Yes.
She's able to do that on her own?
Yes.
Usually they prevent you. She's so severe, they would prevent her from even doing that. So this is very good news, that now she has a tool to calm herself down on her own, and she chooses to be calm instead of allow herself to be tormented, get worked up. Okay?
But
that's a sign of having blessings, the blessings in action.
But I also realize that every single time that I'm going in the temple for a Fochi, then there's always a way that interfere and trying to pull me back home. So my husband say no, because he say he gonna come later today, which is right now. But he said, oh, unfortunately I can't come home. I'll come to the temple, honey. And because our daughters think that she want to kill herself, so my husband want to stay there with her. But she know how to listen to your chanting, and she chant Great Compassion mantra.
Have her listen to the chanting more often. Okay?
Yeah.
That's all. Turn it on. Some of my, let's say, acupuncturists, people that I know, or mental doctors I know, they find a way to sneak in our mantras in the office. I said, why would you do that? Oh my God. I don't want to fight all your ghosts. And he said, it worked, Master. I said, which ones? He says, Medicine Master Mantra. I turn it on very softly in my office. So in a waiting room, they could hear it. And so it's very melodic, so it's very soft, so they don't even notice, and it calms them down. And then I said, good, don't recite, don't let them, don't turn on that Tajuto on Ernani Bishati, because it will offend a lot of new ghosts. Okay, so two things you can do: Medicine Master Mantra you can turn on, or the Great Compassion Mantra. Why is that? Because here at Wei Mountain Temple, during the Great Compassion Repentance, I noticed that a lot of our disciples who have depression, and their daughters are also depressed, and their kids are depressed. There used to be some family here. He used to come here, and the boy is depressed, the girl is depressed, but was depressed and still is depressed, severely depressed. Every time during the Great Compassion Repentance, while we circumambulate and recite the Great Compassion Mantra, it calms them down. And they feel, oh, I feel so good. And they hug their mom's thing, and oh, this is happiness. It's so cool. So those mantras work. Well, thank you for sharing with us. Okay, if you have the blessings, you'll be able to use those tools. And so you have to be careful. People reject them because they don't have enough blessing. They cannot afford to get to find peace in their mind. Find a way to restore peace in their lives. Yes, anyone else? JMT. No JMT? Okay. Go ahead, JMT. Okay. We can't hear you, so we come back to you. Here we have here too.
Okay. YouTube question from Arlene Shaman. How does one get blessings?
By practicing giving. You start first by giving to others, such as go to church and help out, and that creates a lot of blessings. You help others, that's what you do. So that's why the people, ordinary people, we encourage them to do charity work, to do philanthropy. That's very good. That's how I started. I started by doing charity work. And I did a lot of it, created a lot of blessings doing charity work. That's why I eventually met Master Shinho's Dharma. Okay? It takes a lot of blessings to be able to encounter the Dharma and believe. It's nothing we can do. Okay? We want to help you, but you don't have enough blessings, therefore you refuse our help. Okay? We can't force it down your throat. Go ahead, JMT. Are you ready, JMT? Okay. Still not ready. Okay. Still can't hear you. Okay, let's go to Go Forest.
Thank you, Master. I have another story to share. Today, I went in our temple and my left shoulder hurt really bad because I have been taking care of my mom, and I think I pull the muscle or something is not right. But I just kept it to myself. But when we finished the chanting, I realized when I sat down and during the meditation, my body shook like it never, like I'm a shaker. I belong to the shaker club, but this time is like more than normal. And by the end of the third walk, it's gone. It's like no more pain on the left shoulder.
Wow, there's all three of you today during the circumambulation, right? Very good. So it works. So that's what happens. When you join this thing here, you benefit from all the blessings that we all are creating. We shared our blessings. Okay? In your participation, you contribute with your own power, but you also benefit from others' powers as well. That's the nature of the Great Assembly Dharma. We're helping each other. So that's why I claim that you will get a lot more blessings than you would be able to on your own. So these 7 days are very special because it's not just you, but there's all these people who take time off to come here to cultivate and don't go outside if they can. Okay? Because they don't want to waste time. Okay? But also, there are a lot of invisible beings, bodhisattvas in particular, who are here to cultivate with us. That's why it's a lot more blessings collectively, and if we were to do it on our own, on a regular day. Only days, there are events like this. You cannot see it, and you probably don't have to believe it, but don't believe it. But these events, these year-end events, are big deals for us cultivators, professional cultivators. They will come from very far to join us to this particular place here. They're here in Wei Mountain. And where are they from? Much further than Asia. Think other worlds as well, if your mind is big enough. Go ahead, JC. That's why a lot of people, is a lot more than you think than the 24 of you here today. Okay, it's a lot more people participating all over. JC, go ahead.
마스터께 감사함을 전하고 싶습니다. 오빠가 병환으로 어제 돌아가셨어요. 노스님, 현법, 현공스님께서 오셔서 죽은 자를 위해서 예불과 연보를 해주셨습니다. 연불 도중 오빠 사진에서 갑자기 활짝 미소 짓고 계셨습니다. 다 끝날 때까지 가족들이 다 보았답니다. 노스님, 마스터께 감사의 말씀드립니다. 마스터와 노스님의 위신력에 다시 한번 감사드려요. 온 가족이 편안합니다.
Whose voice is that? I cannot recognize this person.
목소리가 어느 분의 목소리?
Oh, it's our people.
아,
I'm just bragging. Okay, translation.
Master, this message is from Ipche. Master, right now I'm listening to your Dharma talk, and I'd like to show my appreciation to you. Yesterday, my brother passed away. Venerable Shincher, Venerable XK, XF came over, and then they did ceremony and did the recitation for my brother. During the recitation, I saw my brother's photo, and then I see that he's actually smiling until the end of ceremony. All families saw this event. I'd like to thank Venerable Shincher and also Master, and thank you for because of your Master's awesome spiritual power, being able to see all this together, and thank you for taking care of my brother.
Okay, very good. Wow, that's interesting. Yes, you don't believe it right now, but after you die, like her brothers, again, our condolences to you and your family for losing your brother. But when it's time for you to go, right now you have this smile, this smirk, and you say, "I'm not sure. This is too fantastic to be real." But after you die, like her brother, then the mere fact that we come over, like these monks, or that our Sangha comes over to recite for you, you'll be on your knees and thank you. Because you're so grateful to receive the help when you need it the most. Okay? That's why we're doing this. All right. Yes, JMT. We still can't hear you. We'll go back to you. Anyone else? I will. Go ahead, JMT. No? Okay. We come back to you. Eventually. Naturally. You're 6.
Thank you, Master. Thank you for mentioning that you are considering working on transmitting your Pureland Dharma to the next generation of Sanghas. In my mind, I see you on a tropical island with a red car that you can drive as fast as you want, whenever you want.
Margaritas. Sorry.
But the other part of that vision is wondering what the future holds for those of us who don't retire at the same time. And I'm so appreciative of the Sanghas who I've gone through adversity with, and very much value them and hope that if they want to, they can continue to support us the way that you do with your support. So I'm just wondering, is there anything that we can do to help with this transition?
Okay. I don't know. Our approach is that we will not ask you. If we need help, I won't ask you unless I know you better. because I tried to ask for a red car for over 10 years now. And you don't believe me. Well, you see, if you won't give me a red car, why should I go further? Okay, pressure's on. You can talk, so can I. I don't know. I don't know if my attitude is that boys and girls, this is very important to me. You monks and nuns are not supposed to ask for anything. 不求, no seeking. Okay? We're not seeking for any help. We're not seeking for anything from lay people to make it more comfortable for us, to make it better for us. We won't. Okay? And so, of course, there's always some exceptions where they are my longtime disciples. They made a vow to come here to help me propagate the Dharma. Okay? Those are different. But for the rest of you, I will never ask for anything because that's how my master taught me. He never asked me for anything. Okay? And the same thing, he asked for his close disciples who made a vow to help him support the propagation. That's why they're there and they stuck around. Okay? And so he asked them. But the way he taught me is that he never asked me for anything. That's why I'm doing this. He asked me, why don't you help, and so forth. Then we'd be different. Because if you ask me for help, then it allows me a chance to say, give me a chance to put a limit to it. Okay? And so I was trained by my own teacher not to ask for anything. So my followers, I hope, and I know some of them have been asking for help, okay? Especially they justify by saying they ask for help because to please me, to buy me food or to buy me things so that I'm happier or make my lieutenants more comfortable, happier. And that's wrong. We don't do that, okay? We don't ask for anything from our followers. If you want to help, in the Chinese system, it's called 近续人, meaning 近 is close, to come closer. 续 is what we're doing. 人, okay, is person. So the person who comes to the temple and see what's doing, and they want to get closer, to look closer, see what we're doing. And because they get that close, they see that we need some help in holding the microphone and holding the piece of wood while we're screwing that thing. That's called 近续人 because they're so close to our task that they see naturally what they can do to help so that we don't have to ask. Do I explain the concept of the Chinese concept well or not? Because no one ever explained it to me. Okay? Why they call the lay people 近续人? They are not sanghas. They are lay people who get close to what we're doing so that they can see it for themselves, what we need. And they naturally help without being asked. Okay? And that's the nature of our relationship. Okay? So I appreciate the question, but I have a problem. Monks and nuns nowadays, they somehow convince themselves what they're doing is so important that by asking you for help, it's beneficial to you, and they get the benefit for themselves, and they're helping me anyway, for example. They're helping propagate the Dharma anyway. So they feel that it's justifiable. Let me tell you, let me teach all of you, all of them, for once for all. It's true, that rationale that the Sunims use, or the other monks and nuns use, my master's disciples use, okay? To me, it's not good enough. I want to teach you a way that you can create even more blessings. How? By doing it, by helping when you're not asked. If I were to ask you for help, then your blessing is not as great as if you were to decide to help, mow the grass, mow the lawn right there. And you say, this, the temple looks better if the lawn right there is mowed, is mowed so that people can they can stroll around it, okay, in privacy and not worry about, getting their feet dirty and so forth. When you do that on your own volition, on your own free will, Okay? Your blessings are far greater than if I were to tell you, I need some volunteers. This is a list of things that need to happen, that we need to be done. Okay? I need this, I need that. And that's what temples often do. Okay? We don't do that because we are lazy. It's because I am teaching them not to ask for anything. Monks and nuns, pay attention. I don't want you to ask for anything. Don't use me to ask people for anything. Don't use my lieutenants to ask people for anything. That's wrong. That's not my dharma. That's now not how I was trained in the Wei-Yang lineage. We don't ask for anything. It's up to you to decide what you want to do, how you want to help. Okay? And by not asking for anything, and you choose to help, your blessings are far more than if I were to ask you. Think 10 times. At least 10 times. If I were to ask you, you still have a lot of blessings, but not as many if I were not to ask you. Okay? That's my objective. My objective is to try to help you maximize your blessings while I still have a chance, while you still have a chance. Because after I'm dead, you ain't making offerings to me anymore. Let me make it clear. Okay? My disciples are not allowed to tell you that when you give $1 to the temple, you make an offering to me. Heck no. I can't use that money after I'm dead. You understand? It's nonsense that's going on right now in my master's temple. If I'm dead, you give me money, it's for the next person, not for me. Okay? JC.
양주민님 코멘트입니다. 작년에 부동산 전문 사기꾼에게 사기를 당할 뻔했습니다. 제가 수행을 한 덕분에 빠른 판단력으로 대처를 할 수 있었습니다. 3주 정도 고비를 넘은 후에 계약하는 날 녹음을 하고 약사주를 굉장히 작게 틀어놨습니다. 부동산 사기꾼은 순순히 도장을 찍었고 법원 등기가 하루 만에 결과가 나와서 사기꾼에게서 완전히 벗어났습니다. 마스터가 한국에 오시기 전에 불칠, 관음칠 등 7전에 큰일이 벌어집니다. 이 패턴을 인식한 후 마스터의 데뷔주 혹은 약사주를 작은 볼륨으로 24시간 틀었습니다. 인스트럭션인 만트라를 틀어놓습니다. 일은 생기는데 그것이 참여를 막지는 못합니다. 문제가 생기는데 그것이 불칠과 그런 칠에 이런 일들이 그 칠을 참여하지 못하게 만드는 일을 방해하지 않는다고요. 네네.
Master, last year there was an incident that I almost got conned by real estate fake agent. But luckily, I was able to not be a victim of that situation. For 3 weeks, Medicine Master mantra was turned on, and on last moment before the final deal is sealed, I was able to get out of the situation. Usually before Fochi or Guanyan-chi, there's always obstructions. I turn on Great Compassion Mantra and then other mantra for 24 hours and longer. And usually turning on these mantras will let me attend these chis without problem. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Right. And thank you for sharing your experience with us. I'm glad that you didn't get in trouble. these mantras, we have these mantras, and they are very useful. This came courtesy of masteryonghua, because for our work, we go against the flow. We meddle into other people's business as professionals, and you build your material world yourself with your skills. We handle the invisible world for you so that you have a chance to find peace and safety in your material world. Don't think you're a master of the universe. It's a lot more going on than you think, than you're aware of. Okay, and so in our work, we use mantras quite often in order to keep the demons and the ghosts and the troublemakers in check. Okay, and we train our people so that they're able to do that. They're able to, the monks and nuns are supposed to be able to do that. They keep those beings, the troublemakers, in check. And that's why we're doing this, okay? And it's not meant for us to use it to raise money or to make our lives more comfortable. We're doing it because it's our jobs, okay? We quietly do it because we can and because we are supposed to. If we didn't, okay, you will find it much more difficult. This area used to be prone with earthquakes. Notice that? Last 10 years here at Wei Mountain Temple, don't have any earthquakes. Don't have any destruction. Hurricanes, earthquakes, they go somewhere else. Okay? And you see, that's what we do quietly. And we're not supposed to brag about it or to use it to raise money and so forth. We do it because we're supposed to. And so this is why monks and nuns are trained first to build your strength. For example, okay, how do you measure strength? I look at the way you sit. Look at a monk sits. What happened to him? He's gone already. Can you sit for an hour? Can you sit for 2 hours? Still. Okay? Because if you cannot still your mind, how can you help others still their minds? Our schedule is very demanding. You can hardly keep up with the Fochi, but our schedule this is typical of what we do. We get up at 3:30 in the morning in a normal day, and we don't go to bed until 10 o'clock or 11. Okay? That's a typical day for us. It's very, very long, very tiring, and it builds our strength. We become stronger and stronger and stronger, and we become more efficient at more and more tools, more mantras. And so in our world, we use chant to build our strength, open our wisdom. We use Pureland to help people take care of themselves, take care of their future lives, because no one knows how to take care of the future lives. Everyone is so obsessed with his current life. You want to make more money, you want to get promotions, you want to get a wife, you want to get a family, and so forth. But no one knows how to plan for the future lives. You need the Pureland Dharma door to plan for that. The Chinese style is not good enough for me. Okay? And also, we cannot plan for the future if we cannot find peace and safety right now. Okay? If we practice chant, it's for ourselves. That's why we also train our people mantras in order for them to learn how to fend for themselves. If they're harassed by their depression ghosts, they'll be taught, they'll be trained on how to fight them off. Okay? So there'll be one day when they're able to fend for themselves, and they get better, okay, and better and stronger, and someday they'll be ready for me to tell them, now you may help that person. Why? Because I want to help you, train you how to do that, and you won't get in trouble because I'm right behind you. Okay? JC.
아미타불 마스터. 제가 어제 불칠이 한국 시간으로는 새벽에 시작이 돼서 저녁 늦게 보라선언에 와서 2층에서 잠을 자려고 준비를 하고 있었는데요. 눈을 감고 있는데 2층에 문을 열고 그러니까 어른인지 아이인지도 모르겠고 뭐 나이가 많은지 적은지도 모르겠고 그냥 까만 어떤 형상을 한 사람 같으면서 키도 굉장히 작은 존재가 그 보라선언의 현관문을 빠른 속도로 열고 들어와서 제가 이제 누워있는 방으로 굉장히 빠르게 들어오더니 저를 쳐다보는 것 같은 걸 느꼈는데요. 좀 이상한 이야기긴 한데 이 보라선언에서 처음 겪어본 현상이라 이게 뭔지 궁금해서 질문을 드립니다.
Master, I'd like to share this situation yesterday, what happened, because this morning Fochi starts early in the morning, so I got ready and come to spend the night at JC. So late night came to the JC, and I was in my room, and I saw something. What happened was the second floor, the front door was open and something came in, and I'd like to describe this being. It's a black shadow and small human form. Opened the front door of the second floor, and it passed the door and came to my room and stared at me. So I'd like to share this, what I saw yesterday.
Is it still there?
그냥 그 이후로는 생각하지 않아서 모르겠습니다. 아니고 그냥 제가 잠이 들기 전에 눈만 감고 있었어요.
So I just want to clarify if that was within dreaming or something, but she said her eyes were closed and then that's what she experienced. She said she haven't thought about these beings anymore, so she's not sure what happened to it.
Okay. Scary. Don't tell me about it. We share the space with them. The door is open. They are allowed to come in. They come in. They are allowed to stay as long as they obey the rules, to follow the rules. They don't follow rules. We have beings you cannot see who will enforce the rules. Okay, there's nothing to worry about, hopefully. All right, anyone else? Yes, too.
YouTube from Arlene Shaman. She's asking where she can find the mantras. She says, I am very hungry for this knowledge. I have never seen this master before. How do I learn more? I am in New York. Is there a mantra I can use as a beginner, please, to build my spiritual strength? Such beautiful wisdom.
I don't think you want to do mantras at all. I don't like the Tibetan style of training where you do mantras right away, and that would tend to cause more problems. So we usually transmit mantras to our followers, and they practice under our supervision, because the way that if you practice mantras, like normally that the Tibetan followers or the other Vietnamese followers, Vietnamese mantras, for example, they tend to fall into this abyss where they're attached to the mantras. I prefer to train my followers to have wisdom first, so that they don't get attached to the small things they can experience, they can gain from these practices. They're barely seeing the tip of the iceberg. So why should you be attached to it? Why should you be impressed? Because there's a lot more benefits than we care to describe to you. And so whatever you're able to see in terms of benefits from these mantras, it's very, very only the tip of the iceberg, let me tell you. So that's why you should start with the chant practice. When you build your samadhi power first, your concentration power first, and then eventually you can learn mantras and our guidance to help your cultivation, help you improve faster. Okay, but it's the whole process is quite involved. It's not the way you see as these mantras alone. Mantras alone we can transmit to you, but it will not be as beneficial if you were to follow the training that we get, that we give. Basically, very much this is how I train my disciples all this time. I want to build their samadhi power first, whether it's through ceremonies, whether it's through Tuesday mantra session. It's under supervision, so that you're able to have the proper foundation and won't get in trouble. We need to provide you with protection. Okay? That's the one thing that this lady assumes that she likes it, and this sounds so good, the guy sounds so good. And if it's, I don't care if other people say it is too good to be true and so forth. It's a lot more going on than that. What you don't realize is that in order for you to make it, you need a lot of protection. Tremendous amount of protection. Without our protection, it's very difficult for you to overcome your own obstructions. Okay? You cannot progress because your creditors are making sure that you stick around and you cannot skip town. What we need to do is help you skip town so that you move to a better place. Every single level, you have a lot of obstruction who are designed to attach you, to tie you down. Okay? So we need to help you. Okay? Find a way to help you escape that, and as you go up to next level, there will be a lot of obstructions to pull you back. Okay? And there's a tremendous amount of protection. For example, right now, during this Fochi here, because so many of you are around, you brought with you a lot of obstructions that will make you want to get out of the temple. Okay? Or go home, or quit, or get afflicted, and I've had this. Okay? All this nonsense. Okay? And so you don't realize that very much like our police, our National Guard, our armed forces are protecting us. They're there in the Middle East right now. They're there outside so that our enemies cannot come to our country so that we can live here in peace. Same fashion, in order for you to be able to reside and sit here still, okay? Requires protection a lot more than you think. So for example, now I reveal to you, you, at your level, you, supposed to sit there during the Dharma talks, during lectures, still, straight, not like this. I'm so comfortable. No, you sit and you stay in the listening samadhi. You're not supposed to be comfortable. That is cultivation during lectures. This is how you can get a lot more out of lectures, no matter how tired you are. Okay? Don't go like this. I've been working all day. I'm so tired. This is my time to relax and doze off. Come here. For you monks and nuns, you sit straight like the statue behind me. That's your kung fu. You're supposed to show how to listen to the Dharma. Not relax. Oh, this is so nice. Master is working now. We can take it easy for an hour and a half. Okay? If I'm in samadhi, so should you, so that you get more out of my talks. We stop here tonight. Thank you, everyone.